In today's video, I want to give you an update on the possibility of, yes, PlayStation 5 games going to a whopping $70. We already know that NBA 2K21 is gonna be $70. By whatever means did 2K think that it would be a good idea to announce that as the first game at $70? I mean, I personally would have just held back and been like, hey, somebody else announce a game going to $70 and we'll just slide in there and be like, hey, we're going to $70 too. But instead, nah, they wanted to be oh so very bold and come out with their $70 price tag. However, it looks like they might not be the only ones that are going that route. And also, the Shadow Warrior 3 rumors continue as the Shadow Warrior Twitter account put out another interesting tweet. We'll talk that at the end of this video. First of all, more major games publishers are exploring raising the price of their games on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, according to an industry research firm, as noted on Video Games Chronicle. On Thursday, publisher 2K revealed the first next-gen game price details by confirming that NBA 2K21 would have a recommended price of $69.99 when it launches on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X this year, $10 more than the current gen version. It's the first suggestion that next-generation game consoles could price their games higher as development costs are expected to increase. Now, that would be great and all, but it's NBA 2K21, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think this game is one that justifies an additional $10. I mean, it would be one thing if, like, Spider-Man, or not even Spider-Man, because apparently that's just going to be a standalone expansion, like the Demon's Souls remake, which is a ground-up remake of Ratchet & Clank, or a game like that decided to go the $70 route. But no, the first game to be the revelation of this $70 price tag is NBA 2K21, a franchise that is a yearly sports release with very minimal improvements year over year and has a very big microtransaction focus. Yes, that is going to be the game that's going $70 to justify extended costs. Are you kidding me? I mean, okay, it would be one thing if there were select PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X titles that are going $70 because they justify the development cost, but seriously, sports games, this is the first one that's going $70, a sports game with a significant emphasis on microtransactions? Come on now. Do not give me that BS that extended development cost is what's causing NBA 2K21 to go to $70. They're going to make a significant amount of money given that development costs are not all too significant for a sports game, comparatively speaking to games that are taking years upon years to develop. I know that there's a lot of licensing costs with sports titles, and I can understand why they need to be yearly releases and how they make their money. There's also a lot of licensing costs, as I mentioned, but still, come on, it's a sports game with a big emphasis on microtransactions. To suggest that the main reason it's going up in cost is developmental reasons, I don't think that's necessarily the case. However, speaking with GamesIndustry.biz following the 2K news, IDG Consulting CEO Yoshio Osaki claimed that more publishers are considering adopting higher price points for their next-gen software. IDG works with all major game publishers, and our channel checks indicate that the other publishers are also exploring moving their next-gen pricing up on certain franchises. Not every game should garner $69.99 price point on next-gen, but flagship AAAs such as NBA 2K merit this pricing more than others. I mean, it is a sports title at the end of the day. I get it. These games are very popular. A lot of people buy it. NBA 2K, I have so many casual game friends that only play NBA 2K and maybe the occasional Call of Duty or whatever the case may be. I get that this game is huge, but it's a sports game with a big emphasis on microtransactions. I don't know how many times I have to reiterate that point until we get it across. Nevertheless, the last time that next-gen launch software pricing went up was in 2005 and 2006 when it went from $49.99 to $59.99 at the start of the Xbox 360 and PS3 generation. During that time, the costs and prices in other affiliated verticals have gone up. At the end of the day, if we are justifying yearly sports game releases to go up to $70, man, I think that is a bad omen for other games going up to $70. I mean, it's bad for the consumer, for the developer. If they are making more money, good on them. But yeah, if they're going to be pricing NBA 2K21 at $70, a game that I don't think needs to be priced at $70, they're going to make a boatload of money off of it anyway. I think a lot of other games are going to go the $70 route, especially when we're talking the exclusives, Demon's Souls remake, Ratchet & Clank, God of War 2 when that comes out. I don't know what Xbox is going to be doing, but Xbox has Game Pass. That's why if their games bump up to $70, man, that's going to make Game Pass an even more advantageous purchase. And the idea of PlayStation 5 versus Xbox Series X becomes so much more interesting if all first-party Sony titles end up being $70, and you want to pick up a PlayStation 5 at launch day for $500 and pick up 3 first-party launch titles at $70 a pop. That would ultimately be $710 plus tax, bring you close to $800 on Xbox Series X if you were to get let's say the Xbox Series X at $500 and then you just sign up for Game Pass for $10, or they've got deals all the time. You can get your first month of Ultimate for $1. Well, at that point, you're talking about a significant price differential of around $250 after tax and things of that nature. That is something very interesting to monitor, and definitely going to be a developing story, and something that is going to factor into how these two platforms perform. I know the $70 price tag on the surface, there's only one way to think about it. It's like, yeah, it sucks that it's, you know, $10 more a game, but also how does that factor into Game Pass and Microsoft's Xbox Series X being a more attractive purchase on launch day? I do think that is going to play a factor quite a bit if all things are equal and Sony doesn't decide to put their games on PlayStation now, and at this point it seems like they're not gonna be. Now you can make the argument that PlayStation exclusives blow away Microsoft exclusives, and you'd probably be right up until this point, but I do think Microsoft is gonna be a changing guard in terms of their exclusive quality lineup, given that they've been acquiring studios, given that, you know, Halo Infinite's coming out, Fable 4 is rumored to be coming out, could we get a new Perfect Dark? They have some significant IPs in the works by the looks of it, and it's just another factor you have to employ when you talk about games moving up to $70. Alright, moving on from that, I do also want to quickly note that Shadow Warrior is putting out another tease on their Twitter page. It looks like Shadow Warrior 3 will be happening, an announcement will be coming very soon. They posted an image of Hoji from Shadow Warrior, and looks like we will be getting an announcement of the game, I would imagine at the Devolver Direct event, which is awesome. Shadow Warrior 2 was a fantastic game, one that I often recommend, and it's pretty cheap these days. Shadow Warrior 1 was also really good, but 2 was definitely the standout game, and a third title would definitely be pretty exciting. Hopefully it's a PS5 title, but I could very well see it being like a cross-gen game, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox One, and PC. But that's going to conclude this video. Again, as far as $70 price tags, that might be the reality when it comes to next generation, and Shadow Warrior 3 is looking more and more likely. That's going to conclude this video. Sound off with all of your thoughts in the comments section down below, and as always, thank you for watching, and goodbye. Hey guys, we hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and if you're already subscribed, do us a favor and hit the bell icon. This way you'll be notified whenever we post a new video. That's the best way to keep up with all of our uploads, and we usually try to upload 2 videos a day. And with the bell icon hit, you'll be notified whenever we do upload a video. As always, thanks for watching.